Hi everybody. I've got another pretty long journal here today, and it is, well, let's measure. Get that out of the way. 10 by 4 3/4. And it's got a beautiful image on the front, and I used some real pretty lace, part of a lace curtain there, and I made a bow with it. And then this is part of a crochet doily here and here, and I used like a tapestry fabric, real pretty pattern to it, and then I stitched around the edge, and I made the tie to match. Not real pretty fabric. And on the inside, again, I used the lace, and then I matched the fabric, and this is a real pretty beigey, taupey, browny linen. And on the inside, I put a real big piece of paper, a pretty image going down the front. Opens up. There's a lot of nice writing space on these. And then a little mini booklet made out of tags with some burlap there. And a little patch. It's got a lace hinge and a seam binding closure. And it's been inked and stamped. And then I just sewed around the edges of the papers. And a nice long, I used pink thread to go with that, so it goes real pretty. These are some of the new graphics that I ended up making. And I used a lot of this leaf stitching too, because I thought, that goes with that. Some seam binding here, part of a crochet doily, and this is one of the cards, and I just stitched around it and adhered it to the page. I tried to leave some pages blank for journaling. It was very difficult to do because I just wanted to keep on decorating. Real pretty image here. And again, the stitching. And the edges are roughed and inked. And that's the stitching from the other side. I stitched on the inside here and around the outside, and it made this really neat look on the other page. And here's a pocket with a piece of ephemera and more of that leaf stitching. And then I just put in some journaling cards. Oh, pretty. Made with a bunch of fabrics. Over here, some seam binding, part of a crochet, two parts of a crochet doily, and then one of the cards that I'd adhered down, and the stitching there. That was heavily coffee stained. Really looks nice. Over here, I used a tag for a tuck spot, and just put part of a crochet doily and some seam binding, and put in two cards, postcard. It's got napkin decoupage on the back. Look at that coffee staining going on. So cool. And I put, this is lace from the other side. Put part of this lace that I used on the pocket and on the front cover, and I used it for little tabs, part of a crochet doily there. And got some pink stitching going down the side here. This is from the other side, this lace peeping over the top. Another pocket over here with some ephemera. And I put two cute little cards. And one of the little letter thingies, because it had the pink edge. I thought that went really well. And then leaf stitching again, going down the edge of the paper. Coming through on the other side. Love that texture it gives. Another card that was sewn down, and a whole bunch of stitching from the other side. And there's another one of the lace tabs. Pretty. I'm going to put a little charm in the middle, a little heart charm. And over here is a little pocket. It's a tag. in a tag shape, so I put a tag in it. I've left it blank so that, but I coffee stained it and stitched around it, but I left it blank so that you could do your own thing or write on it or whatever you wished. A piece of ephemera in the background there. A little card. That'd be a good place to put a photograph and then journal about it on the back. You don't want that extra glue. I always try to get all my glue off, but sometimes it just sticks. Imagine that. Another card here with some stitching going down the side, and it's some pink sari silk, and then a little bow made out of the lace. Another little mini card with the stitching. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Some seam binding up here, and then the stitching. Over here's another little pocket, and I put this little Rolodex card. You could tuck something up under here if you wanted. And it's got a little clock stamping. And then this is one of the little cute envelopes made out of a glassine bag. It's got a piece of lace there and a piece of ephemera on the front. That's the real ephemera. You can get a bed for $6.85. So that just, it cracks me up. Does it crack anybody else up? Because I think that's hysterical. And then I put in two little cards that's just stitched around. Plain cards for journaling. I'm not going to make y'all watch me tie that back up. Over here is a little, this is stitching from the other side, and it's got some lace with one of the little bows from that same lace. And it's tied with seam binding and stitching going down the side here. And there's the stitching. Little card here with stitching around it and also around the page. Another little tuck spot made from a tag, and I used part of a doily and some seam binding and did the matching at the bottom. And it's got two, look how cute that is. Two little journaling cards. I love these things at the bottom for holding the papers in place. I don't like to pick up a book and have them fall out. That drives me crazy. Another tab. Nice pretty image here with the stitching. Over here is another pocket. I love the shape of these pockets. And a piece of ephemera back here with the stitching going down the side. And I put in 3 cards. Cute. Look at the fuzzies. And it's so soft, too. Love that. It's just really nice. That's the stitching from the other side. I stitched around the inside of this. And excuse me. Excuse me. Ooh. Somebody's cutting the lawn out there and it's getting me. I got the stitching there. Pretty, pretty images. Got the leaf stitching. I feel another one coming on. Another sneeze. And that's the stitching from the other side. So there's plenty of places to write, and yet you've got a lot of pretties too. There's the lace pocket with the matching, which I think coordinates really good with this linen back here. And on this inside, I put a toile tag for journaling, or whatever you wish, and then a big letter for writing, and I just stenciled on it. Just stenciled around the edges. That's coffee dye. That goes really nice with the coffee dye. It's really soft looking. I don't know if the camera will pick that up, but really pretty. And it just tucks back there. And this is the back again with the matching tie, and the spine, and the front. I want to thank y'all so much for being here with me today. And I will see you Friday with some more journals. Y'all have a good weekend. Bye-bye.